Hi, I'm Isabel Potter, and this is my video journal for week 7. So I know we are supposed to talk about all the different methods that we've learned and tie it all together and talk about how we're going to teach the next generation. But first, I do want to talk about some of the things that stood out to me from the reading. One of the first quotes that I have is, "First to sense that what is essentially real about theatrical realism lies as much in the reality of the performance itself as in true-to-life quality of the play's detail." In the beginning of this, I kind of had a struggle with the difference between realism and naturalism, and though this quote derives from Stanislavski, it was great understanding for me to separate or distinguish realism and discuss the reality of the piece itself, but also how realistic is the portrayal on stage, and that's kind of what that era was about. And what Stanislavski set forward was more realistic acting versus the drama. So that was interesting and helped clarify some things for me. I really like the conversation of the character, the actor persona, and the actor character, because I do agree, and we kind of mentioned this in someone else's discussion board response, but we get so proud when we lose ourselves in our characters and that we got so lost in it because we were truly being our character. But at the end of the day, it's important that we don't lose ourselves, that we remember ourselves with the character. And although we never truly lose ourselves because we still make those choices based on what we would choose and how we would react, I still think that it's important to understand that there are those 3 roles that you're playing at one time when you are acting, and staying true to that and true to yourself is important. So besides that, out of all the techniques and everything that we've learned, I kind of feel like it solidified how I feel about my teaching and my teaching as a director as well, where I like to teach all of the theories, and even just a little bit for some time, just teaching some exercises and the different idealisms of it, and finding that out for them, so that way they can try everything that we put out there. The Meisner, Stella Adler, Stanislavski, Strasberg, trying all the different techniques, just so they can experience it. And even if they don't like it, they can take bits and pieces from each portion of the acting theories. And truly, I think that's what continues to happen as an art form and as performers. We take the pieces that we like and the pieces that we don't and get rid of them. And we continue to pick and find what works best for us, because at the end of the day, that's who's performing. So I like to expose my students to all of it so they can pick and choose which parts of the theories that they like, or if there is one theory that they like generally. Like, I generally like Stanislavski, but I can understand where Meisner is coming from and the pressure it takes off, and the Strasberg method of emotional recall when used healthily. So I personally think it's better to allow that for the students and let them pick and find what works best for them. And even if something doesn't work, I think it's great when they can see other actors using different methods and going, "Oh, I don't like that one, but it works for you, and I understand why, and I understand where you're coming from." And they can still have those conversations with each actor. So thank you.